I want to talk to you about RMA. So RMA, we are speaking about the return merchandise authorization, how important it is, and how can it really affect your inventory management this year. So here are the trends I want you to really pay attention to. First of all, I want to explain to you how RMA returns work, and I want to explain to you also the best software that you can really use to monitor your RMA returns, in addition to optimizing your inventory. So when customers return an item they purchase from your store, the process for handling that return is known as RMA, so Return Merchandise Authorization. So creating a streamlined RMA process is important and takes a lot of planning. So what happens here is that you need to create a clear and fair policy for refunds, replacement, and repairs. And you also need a robust tracking system to approve and process returns and keep everything running smoothly. So get it right and you will boost your customers' shopping experience, leading to repeat purchases and brand loyalty. But if you get it wrong, that could be really that could spell disaster for your store or for your operation overall. So what is an RMA return? Well, an RMA return is a business's formal approval for the repair, replacement, or a refund of a product under warranty. It really provides a numerical code that helps the vendor track and document the return in an inventory management system. So returns can be costly for vendors and a hassle for customers. So it's actually best for everyone to try and prevent them. So issuing an RMA allows the sellers to address the customer's issue and ensure the return complies with their policies before processing it. So why is an RMA important? Well, you have several cases. Several RMA is important, and RMA is important for operational efficiency, for cost management. Okay, you also want to really have an RMA for inventory control, so that you can really see what kind of inventory is coming out and in your stock. It's also great for customer relationship management, right? So customers appreciate hassle-free returns with quick issue resolution, and that's what you want anyway. You want clear communication as well as timely resolution so that you can improve the overall brand experience. And also, RMAs are great for business intelligence because it tells you what works and what doesn't work. So what's the process here? So how does the RMA return process really work like a big time? So number one, you want to set your brand's return policies pretty clearly. That's very important from the get-go, okay? So you want to really, these policies that I'm really telling you form the framework for determining product eligibility for returns and actually guide shoppers on how to initiate this process. So critical elements to include in your return policy are clear time frames, condition requirements, proof of purchase. So this can be a receipt or this can be something else. It can be a paper receipt or a digital receipt. You got to have eligible items. So very, very important eligible items, refund method, shipping cost, process steps. So here you want to offer a step-by-step guide for initiating and completing a return, exchange, or refund. You want to have exceptions and special cases. So mention any exceptions, for example, damaged or defective items and how they are handled. You want to mention also a contact information. So here you want to provide contact details for customer service to help with any return related questions and also restocking fees if applicable. Okay. So that's number one. Number two, you want to think about that the customer initiates the return request. So when a customer decides to return a product, he or she will contact your customer service team either through your website, via email, or by phone. Ensure your RMA forms includes a field for customers to specify the reason for the return and his or her preferred resolution, such as refund, a repair, or exchange. Next, you want to issue the RMA number. So once the RMA request is received, your customer service representative or delivery partner will evaluate the eligibility of the return based on your store's return policy. They will check the item's condition, the return reason, and whether or not it falls within the warranty period. Okay. And if the return is approved, what happens here is that you will issue an RMA number. And the RMA number is unique to each request. And this number is crucial for tracking the return, helping to identify and manage it throughout the entire process. So that's something to really think about, especially in a methodical manner. The next thing you want to do here is you want to provide return instructions. And so, along with the RMA number, you want to provide the customer with detailed instructions on how to return the product. And so, this should include a few things. So, you got to really think about packaging guidelines, shipping label, and the RMA form, right? So, it has to be a certain level of method. It has to be methodical enough for the customer to understand. So, clear instructions ensure the product is returned securely and correctly. So that's important. And so when I talk about packaging guideline, you want to specify how the product should be packaged to prevent damage during shipping. And when I speak about shipping label, a prepaid return shipping label, if applicable, or instructions on how to obtain one, and an RMA form, so a form to be included in the package, if applicable, within the RMA number, with the RMA number and details about the return reason. So that's number 4. You want to provide return instructions. Number 5, you want to understand that customer ships the product. So most customers prefer free return shipping for online purchases. However, they will also follow your packaging guidelines and ship the product back. So customers may use designated drop-off locations or a specified shipping carrier with tracking information provided to monitor the shipment. That's really important. And next, you want to receive and inspect the return item. So, this has to be, again, there has to be a certain procedure. So upon receiving the return product at your facility, your returns team will do a couple of things. But most importantly, they will do 3 things. They will verify the RMA number. They will inspect the product, and they will do the documentation. So when I speak about verify the RMA number, they will check that the product is accompanied by the correct RMA number, and then they will conduct a thorough inspection to determine the condition of the product and the validity of the return reason. So check for physical damage. So look for any signs of wear, tear, or damage. You want to check for original packaging. So ensure the product is returned in its original packaging with all the accessories and documentation. And you want to check for functionality. So test the product to confirm it functions as expected, especially for electronics or complex items. And then when it comes to documentation, you want to document the condition of the product and any discrepancies or damage found during the inspection. So that's important. Next, you want to process the return. So post inspection, decide the appropriate course of action. So this could be like a refund. This could be a replacement. This could be a repair. This could be a decline in the like a declined transaction. So if the return does not meet your criteria, that is, it is outside the return window, shows signs of excessive wear, or does not comply with your return policy, inform the customer of the reason, and you want to offer alternative solutions if possible, such as a partial refund, store credit, or return of the item. Now, don't forget to factor in the customer's initial request from step 2. Remember, your main goal is to make returns seamless and transparent. That's important. Next, you want to communicate with the customer. So keep the customer informed throughout the return with automated SMS or email updates. Provide updates on receipt confirmation, status updates, and also completion notification. So effective communication is really key to maintaining customer trust, especially for merchandise returns, okay? Next thing you want to do here is you want to update inventory and systems. So after processing the return, you want to update your inventory to reflect the return item. If the product is in resellable condition, restock it, and log it back into your inventory management system to maintain accurate stock levels. If not, decide whether it should be repaired, refurbished, or disposed of. Make sure your inventory management system accurately reflects these changes to maintain proper stock levels. The last thing you want to do here is that you want to really leverage return data for continuous improvement. So collect and analyze data from your store's RMA returns to identify trends and areas for improvement. This includes what? This includes common return reasons, return rates, process efficiency. So then what you want to do is you want to use the insights gained from return data analysis to make continuous improvements to your products and return process. This helps reduce return rates and enhance product quality, thereby improving customer satisfaction. Okay, so that's an important element to think about, like from a scalability point of view. So let me give you a few top hacks here. A few tips to manage RMA for your store. You want to use predictive analytics for inventory management. That's really important, especially with the rise of AI. Really, really important. Okay. So what do I mean here? Predictive analytics help you forecast return rates and accordingly adjust your inventory management. As you analyze past return data and customer behavior, you can anticipate potential returns and manage your stock levels more efficiently. You can also automate returns workflows. That's important. So implement automation tools to streamline your RMA process. Ideally, you want to use tools like loop returns that can issue RMA returns, generate shipping labels, update inventory systems, and send automated notifications. So automating return workflows reduces manual efforts and minimizes errors, speeding up the overall return process. You also want to use return reason codes for deep analysis. So using detailed return reason codes helps you understand why products are returned, and analyzing this data regularly can reveal trends and root causes, leading to better product decisions and higher customer satisfaction. So that way you can identify some kind of patterns going on here. And finally, you want to utilize integrated return management systems. That's going to help you big time over time. Okay, so consider investing in a return management system that integrates with your existing e-commerce platform, inventory management, and the CRM systems. And such a system actually gives you real-time updates, automates return workflows, and boosts communication between departments. That's really important. So you're able to optimize inventory across the board, by the way. So that's really good, especially from a scalability point of view. That's really fantastic. Let me give you a few examples of return policies here. So it's one of those things where you always have to think about what works and what doesn't work. So you have a phenom boxing. So phenom boxing keeps RMA straightforward and fair. It offers returns within 30 days of purchase, provided the products are unused and in their original packaging, and refunds are processed after the items are inspected and approved, while customers handle a return shipping cost. The clear and simple terms ensure transparency. So that's really fantastic. You also have Keith. So Keith's return policy is great for shoppers wanting a transparent and concise return process. It accepts returns and exchanges within 14 days of purchase, so 14 days, provided the items are new, unworn, and have their original tags. Final sales are excluded, maintaining clarity and simplicity. And you also have a Brooklinen. So Brooklinen sets a high bar with its shopper-first approach. It allows returns and exchanges within a very generous 365-day window for any reason. Can you imagine? 1 year. So shoppers also get free return shipping and a refund after deducting a small return fee, as long as the items are in good condition. So that's really good. So you want to take a cue from Brookline and add clickable return categories I mean, for different types of customers on your returns and exchanges web page. So this organization lets shoppers find the information they need easily and quickly, enhancing their overall brand experience. So you also have to account for a RMA return processing software. So you have a Return Prime, for example. Here is software that streamlines the return management for Shopify merchant. It offers a user-friendly interface and comprehensive features to simplify returns. You have exchanges and store credits. So this is kind of cool. You also have a After Ships Return Center. So After Ships Return Center provides a centralized platform for managing returns and exchanges, and this is actually perfect for enhancing the post-purchase experience. Here is a tool that integrates seamless with Shopify, BigCommerce, and WooCommerce, automating RMA returns and also offering robust tracking abilities. So that's really fantastic. And you have another tool that you will love, and that's actually Return Logic. So Return Logic is is a high-tech returns management platform that handles complex RMA processes, and it offers advanced analytics and automation to actually ease the burden of returns handling and boost efficiency. You also have Narvar. So Narvar is a leading post-purchase platform offering a comprehensive suite of tools for managing returns and enhancing the customer experience. It's actually designed to ensure a seamless and efficient returns process thanks to intelligence routing and multi-label and multi-destination features. So that's really fantastic. So what are the extras here? When you think about RMA, it's important to understand that it's the quintessential part of your inventory strategy. Okay, an RMA for a return actually a unique number or a code a seller gives a customer wanting to return a product. So this number helps the seller track and manage the return process efficiently, and customers must actually include the RMA number with their return item, ensuring the return is processed actually accurately and also promptly. So don't forget that. Okay, you got to have an RMA for return, an RMA code. That's important. Now, an RMA is not a refund. So when you actually set your policy, your RMA policy, don't actually equate it to a refund. No, there are a lot of ways to actually make sure the customer is happy, and it's not just always a refund of their money. Okay, an RMA is not a refund. It is actually a step in the return process that authorizes the customer to send back a product. So once the seller receives and inspects the return item, they can issue a refund, replacement, or a store credit based on the return policy. Okay, so that's important. But long story short, an RMA does a lot of things. An RMA serves several important functions. First of all, return authorization. So it formally allows a customer to return a product. You also have tracking. It really enables both the customer and seller to track the return throughout the process. You also have organization. So it helps the seller manage and organize returns within their inventory and quality control systems. And finally, you have communication. It really facilitates clear communication between the customer and seller about the status of the return. So that's important from a scalability point of view. So when you think about a return, an RMA return, I want you to think about a procedure that allows you to optimize your inventory, but also a procedure that allows you to streamline your relationship, your interaction with customers. So here's a quote into this conversation. I spoke to you about RMA return. I spoke about the trends, the process, top hacks, and now the extras. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will speak to you another time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.